this day, when I think of Kevin Costner, I think of Waterworld. I don't know why. So many great movies. Dances with Wolves, obviously a classic. And, I'm missing so many. Dances with Wolves, and once you get in your head, it's hard to get out, but Field of Dreams was probably the best, I'm going to say. And then, of course, he went through that show that I still have yet to watch, coupled with his divorce. Now, paying this woman like hundreds of thousands of dollars a month or something like that in alimony, you would think that he would be paying a lot of money for his fragrance, right? Not necessarily. The second Davidoff fragrance, Cool Water. Now, Cool Water is always going to come in second place to Zeno for me, if for no other reason than Cool Water is I don't know if you want to say clone, but highly inspired version of Green Irish Tweed. So, it does not have the originality, but Cool Water is, man, Cool Water, I get, so, Water World, right? Cool Water World. I just thought about that. Now I can't stop thinking about that. But like $25 for the whole thing. This is the EDT. I've been told that the Parfum version of this, I've never tried it. The Parfum is exceptional. I've never really liked Cool Water that much, based on it's a little harsh to me, but the EDT might be more harsh than others, I'm sure. But this is a very youthful, fresh, spring, summertime fragrance. Lots of fruit, lots of citrus, lots of projection, lasts for a pretty long time, but I don't see this as Kevin Costner, especially as he's aged. He's older now. I don't see him wear this as like what a teenager wears, like Curve by Liz Claiborne. This is like what a young teenager wears. So I would suggest to him, I would think he would want something a little bit more like L'Eau d'Orsay, Bleu de Chanel, maybe even Zeno. As you get older, you start to have, more complex fragrances. If you're wearing like a sports fragrance, as someone in their later years, it's just kind of off. It's a little bit off. So you want something that is a little bit more mature, like you are at that point in time. So it's a weird choice. It's a really weird choice. I'd recommend, maybe some Tom Ford or other Creed fragrances to him now, but Davidoff, Cool Water. Now this is coming at a rather good time, because of the fragrance we just discussed. I'm going to go over the celebrities, and then I'll tell you what fragrance we're talking about here. So, Pierce Brosnan, incredible actor. George Clooney, Ocean's 11, I don't think he needs any introduction. Ozzy Osborne, Russell Crowe, Gladiator, Stevie Wonder, right, singer, Tom Hanks, so many, Forrest Gump. That's the first thing that you think of, right? And then Clint Eastwood. Now, Clint Eastwood does wear another fragrance I was gonna get just for this video, but I'm like, I would never wear this fragrance. He also wears a fragrance called Demeter's Dirt, and it's literally a fragrance that mimics the smell of dirt. And I was like, I can't justify spending $40 on a dirt fragrance. So all of these fellas wear fragrance, same fragrance. It's from Creed, and he guesses it is Green Irish Tweed. Again, I only have a decant of this. We just saw Cool Water, which is why it's applicable now. Green Irish Tweed is the OG. That's so many fragrances I've tried. So many fragrances I've tried to copy. Oh my gosh. So right off the bat, you're getting some super, grassy notes, fresh notes in your face, sort of a sweetness, earthy tones, woodsiness, a little bit of woodsiness. But there's also this underlying spice. So all of these, I get it 100% by all of these people would be wearing this. It fits them very well. It's a good spring fragrance. It's a good summer fragrance. But it's also a $300 fragrance. It is also one of the only fragrances that I actually like the clone of, that I'm going to show you more. And that clone is Très Nuit by Armand. Green Irish Tweed. It has some underlying spice and aromatics and bitterness that this does not. I don't like those spice and aromatics. It's more of a complex fragrance, and if you like that, then you might not like Très Nuit as much. But Très Nuit is everything that Green Irish Tweed is, a better projection. $25. Better sillage. Lasts longer. And it's sweeter. So it has the same DNA as Green Irish Tweed. And this, in my opinion, is the best Green Irish Tweed clone, Très Nuit by Armand. But it's a good fragrance, and it's a fragrance that will last the test of time. You can wear it as a young man. You can wear it as an older man. It is, however, a bit one-dimensional in that you could probably only get away with it in spring, summer, and maybe early fall. I wouldn't want to try to get away with this during the winter, but a good fragrance, and can't blame them for wearing it, but don't waste $300. Get Très Nuit, call it a day. Okay, before I move on to the next one, I want to know if y'all have heard of any other fragrances worn by celebrities. Drop them down in the chat, because I might make a part 2 if it's not covered in here. Let's go on to the next one. It's another repeat. Wilmer, Valderrama, Fez from that 70s show, Truman Capote, and Drake, the rapper, right? And it is Drakkar Noir, which you can only say with a Serbian accent. I don't know why every time I see Drakkar Noir, I'm just like, you can't just say Drakkar Noir. Drakkar Noir. I don't know. I don't think it's even like Serbian, or I'm pretty sure. I mean, Noir is French, is it not? Okay, anyways. Drakkar Noir, oh my gosh. So, I actually got these 80s, it's 80s, super 80s in your face, which that 70s show, I guess it fits. They also just came out with a new one, which is Drakkar Intense, which is actually really good. Spurred me on to getting the original. I didn't have the original in my collection. Drakkar is one of those fragrances. Guy LaRoche is the designer of one of those fragrances that, oh my gosh, a lot of notes. Spicy, aromatic, fresh, really soapy. Develops into a mature fragrance. Kind of odd, given the fact that this was like every high schooler's fragrance in the 2000s. It does have the opportunity and the ability to be quite complex. Great projection. Lasts a long time. Super cheap. I think this is 6.7 ounce, and I think it was like $25-$30. So you can get one of the rip-offs, one of the knockoffs. This used to be a lot more expensive, but it's come down so much. I just suggest getting the real thing. Now, Drake actually has a tattoo of Drakkar Noir on his shoulder, and used to use the name for his Twitter handle. I don't know if he still rocks the fragrance, but he used to. And, I get it. I think it's a good pick for anybody. Honestly, it's a little overused, which is probably its biggest downfall, but Wilmer Valderrama, he also did the Yo Mama. Remember that? You ever watched the Yo Mama show? That was disturbing. But Drakkar Noir, let's go. Okay, this next one is probably the longest list of celebrities, so let's do this. First off, Arnold Schwarzenegger, right? The Governator, the Terminator, I'll be back. Andy Garcia, Firth, another great actor. Harrison Ford, right? Han Solo. What is Han Solo in Indiana Jones wear? Michael Caine, everyone's favorite butler actor. Mick Jagger, rock star. Another rock star, Paul McCartney. Tom Cruise. If you don't know who Tom Cruise is, where have you been? Actor, Top Gun. Yeah, Top Gun, A Few Good Men, Day After Tomorrow. Great, really one-dimensional actor, but a good actor. And then Sarah Jessica Parker. Which one of these doesn't belong? No, this is like, I think you could say, this was like the bougie, I'm better than you kind of fragrance, because it is expensive, like $150, $160 fragrance. And that fragrance is Vetiver by Guerlain Vetiver. And Vetiver is a weird fragrance, a complex fragrance. It smells like makeup to me. I don't know why. Right in the top, it opens up with a lot of citrus, but also some aromatics. So citrus, nutmeg, and then you have coriander. Vetiver is in top, middle, and bottom notes, so it has sort of a woodsiness to it, but also very spicy. It's got peppers and spices in it as well. Sandalwood at the middle note, and then in the bottom it has myrrh and even more spices. So it's a very odd fragrance, and it's really in your face. Again, that 80s, 90s style fragrances, they used a lot of notes. But I think the thing that would make me not want to recommend this particular fragrance is it does have a lot of questionable notes that not everybody likes. Notes like tobacco and leather, they're both in here. And gosh, first time I sprayed this, I was like, what? And then now I'm still smelling and going like, what? So, does it fit these people? I don't know. It's bougie and pretentious, I think. So, if they're bougie and pretentious, then yes. But I don't know. I've done fragrance reviews before where I've defined fragrances as smelling like old women, like Millicene by Creed is just 100% old lady fragrance. Old lady at a Florida supermarket fragrance. They all smell like that. This is old man fragrance, not necessarily in a bad way, but just like sophisticated, mature man, heavily masculine. I don't know where Sarah Jessica Parker came in. This very masculine fragrance. So, Guerlain, I don't love it. Vetiver, but classic Vetiver, gray Vetiver, Tom Ford. Hugh Jackman wears gray Vetiver by Tom Ford. So, a lot of Vetiver and a lot of celebrities wearing Vetiver. Take it what you will. I don't like it, but apparently they do. Alright, we're going to talk about another Creed fragrance, and that Creed fragrance is this is probably the Creed fragrance celebrities use the most, I would say, in my research, at least that I could find, And we got David Beckham, and David Beckham, of course, wears fragrances like this, right? David Beckham, Instinct for Men. I also have his other nighttime cologne that I don't remember the name of right now, but highly pick up, or highly suggest picking it up. Then you have David Bowie, Elton John, Jamie Foxx, J-Lo, and Ricky Martin. With a star-studded cast like that, what could it possibly be? Well, admittedly, I didn't like this fragrance when I first got it, but it grew on me, and that fragrance is Silver Mountain Water. Silver Mountain Water by Creed. Super citrus opening, lemon juice, mandarin orange, and bergamot. Then the middle notes are a little odd. Black currant, and what was the other one? It's like green tea or something, which is just a little odd, and nose is definitely not used to it. And then the base note is musk and what is it? galbanum. Is that what they call it? Galbanum. So a little bit strange. Basically, it opens up super fruity, becomes herbal, and then in the base notes is a little bitter. Now, I don't have Silver Mountain water. I object to spending that much money for Creed fragrances. But what I do have is Club de Nuit's Sillage. And Club de Nuit's Sillage supposedly is a incredibly accurate clone of Silver Mountain water. It's pretty good. The one thing I'll say about Silver Mountain water is the fact that it is complex. It's complicated. It's bitter. It projects. It stays. It's a good fragrance. It's a Four Seasons fragrance. It's something you could wear day and nighttime. It can be an office fragrance. A lot of people, they rock Silver Mountain water, so I got nothing bad to say about it. It's never going to be my signature scent. I don't like it that much. But Silver Mountain water by Creed is a good one. And if you do want to pick it up, I highly suggest checking out Armav's Club de Nuit line. Sillage right here was, I think, $30 or $35. So you can either pay $200 for Silver Mountain water or $35 for Armav and get something very, very close. Alright, this next one is definitely the grossest one that I have up here. It is a fragrance that's been wrapped about that hip-hop influencers, stars seem to really enjoy. 50 Cent, Drake again for second one, and Jay-Z, and it's Tuscan leather. Now, Tuscan leather by Tom Ford to me is disgusting. It smells like a cow pasture, not even leather, a straight up cow pasture. I will never wear it. I will never own it. It's so gross, it makes me sick. I was on a date one time and I sprayed it just to check it out. This wasn't even Tuscan leather. This was the fruitier version, which was ombre leather. It had some fruit notes in it. And my date made me go wash it off. It was horrendous. And I don't have it, but if you do want to pick this up, Toscano leather, probably one of, by Maison Alhambra, probably one of the best clones. One-to-one replicas. You close your eyes, you can't tell the difference. So Toscano leather is like $25. Don't spend $200 something on Tuscan leather. First off, don't buy Tuscan leather. It's disgusting, and I would recommend that. Never buy a fragrance that is so divisive. People either love leather fragrances or they hate them. There's no in between. So I'd recommend staying away from it. So I know that there have to be a lot more celebrities than just this one person that wear this fragrance, but I'm gonna tell you what fragrance Chef Gordon Ramsay wears. It has to be in your face, right? Power in your face. It is, and it is Creed's Aventus. I gotta say, there has to be more than just him that wear Creed Aventus. Creed Aventus is probably their flagship, probably their most popular fragrance. Again, I only have a decan of it. Creed Aventus is one of those fragrances that I like over the clones. When you spray it, you get some smokiness, sultriness, some power, some, it breathes confidence. It's a CEO scent. It's an executive scent. It has a pineapple opener, and as it sits, it becomes smokier and spicier. I will say, I've never worn it more than a day. I really do not care for that fragrance too much. To me, it becomes annoying. The more that you wear it, the longer you have it on. You just want it. You want it off. Now, Creed is also $300 a bottle. Creed or Aventus, and there's been a lot of quality control issues with Aventus as well, and batch variations. Not every batch is going to be the exact same as far as the smell, the fragrance, but supposedly there's been some crazy wild variations to where it doesn't even smell like the same thing, which makes people drive up the prices of the Creeds Aventus from the 80s and the 90s, and they go for crazy prices. But you don't have to do any of that. just get you another flanker from Club de Nuit, Armoff's line. It is Club de Nuit Intense. I hesitate to recommend this because I think it's the most abused fragrance in all the fragrance world. One spray on that, and that'll do you. It seep into your clothes, and it will not leave for weeks. But what do people do? 6, 7 sprays. Take off the clothes, put them back on the next day, another 6 or 7 sprays when they already still smell like it from the day before. It's annoying. It's aggravating. It gives you a headache. It's very powerful, very strong. Aventus and the opening notes, 1,000 times better than Club de Nuit. 1,000 times better. It's very different. You can tell right away. Very different, fresh, clear, distinguishable in the notes. Not nearly as smoky, but the dry down of Club de Nuit's Intense and Aventus are almost identical. And the fragrance has been cloned so many times. Alt, that I showed you earlier, has another line called Executive. Very similar. Go pick it up. If you can get the Parfum version, it's probably the best, but I know there's more. There's gotta be more people that wear Aventus, but all I could find was Gordon Ramsay. Now, moving on to probably my second least favorite. Toscano leather is just impossible to beat. This next one, Aaron Paul from Breaking Bad, right? Emilia Clark from Game of Thrones. Awkwafina. I put her on this list because I really liked it in Renfield. She was great. Ryan Reynolds, apparently a big fanboy of these guys, and Justin Bieber, so pretty big one, right? Oh my gosh. This is Santal 33, again, decant. Oh my gosh. Oh, I can smell it from here and I hate it. Santal 33 by Labo. I do not like Labo. It's one of my least favorite fragrance houses, I will say. Santal. Let me just stress this by saying Santal means sandalwood. That's what it means, sandalwood. Sandalwood is primarily used in men's products. Men's beard oil will come sandalwood. It's very woodsy, masculine. Santal 33 is a $300, $350, $400 even dollar fragrance of sandalwood. But in a really bad delivery with a really bad packaging. It doesn't just have sandalwood, it has really confusing fragrances like leather, right? The incredibly divisive fragrance we've talked about from the get-go. Cedar, which compared to the sandalwood, just, I don't know, it contrasts, makes it weird. Iris is what they use in lipstick, so it smells like female cosmetics now. Amber, and the only thing I like about this is cardamom, but you can't even smell it, so I'm gonna get in close for you all. I do not like this fragrance, if you couldn't tell by my reaction. I remember trying this the first time. I was like, what? It's really gross. I got it on me. A fragrance. You shouldn't use a fragrance to say gross. I got it on me. The over usage of the sandalwood and the cedar is overwhelming. It's aggressive. It's too much. It's nauseating. What are y'all thinking? These celebrities that wear these things, first off, for ladies to wear this is kind of crazy because this is one of those fragrances that's way over the top masculine, other than the iris, way over the top masculine. So I don't know what Awkwafina and Emilia Clark and hey, let's put Justin Bieber in there too, what those three ladies are thinking. But Ryan Reynolds is a huge Labo guy. I don't understand it. I can't understand it all. I give Santal 33 a negative 2 out of 10. I think it's awful, especially for the price. It's terrible, and people like it. I don't understand why. Instead, go pick up, if you have to have a Labo fragrance, go pick up another 13. Another 13 is much, much better. Another 13, unlike the Santal 33, actually has discernible notes. And Billie Eilish, who is a fragrance frackhead, I guess you could call her, and Zachary Quinto from American Horror Story. Love that actor. Great actor. They both wear Labos, another 13. Labos, another 13. Pear, apple, citrus in the opener. Musky, very musky in the mids, and the base with a whole bunch of crazy musk chemical bonds and names that I can't even pronounce. And if you want that, go over to ALT. Simply Another is a good option for that. Let's see. I mean, do I love it? No, I don't. You got the pear, you got the moss, you got a bit of the floralness with the jasmine. I just avoid Labo altogether, but if you're gonna get a Labo, go get another 13. Don't get Santal. Santal's garbage, in my opinion. Just my opinion. This brings us to our last fragrance of the video again. Drop some names and fragrances down in the comment section if you know celebrities that wear these. And, this isn't to say, hey, go pick them up. Celebrities wear them, so you should too. And this isn't to, browbeat anybody and tell them that their fragrance choices suck. This is just a fun video, but if you have anything else that you can think of, drop it down. I'd love to hear about it. So, this last fragrance was adored by the stars when it came out in the 80s. So many individuals wore this. You see a couple repeats, Jack Nicholson and Arnold Schwarzenegger, but you also have some more. Bill Clinton, Charles Bronson, Chevy Chase, George Lucas, Jack Lemmon, Julio Iglesias, Sylvester Stallone, and Steve Spielberg. And the women's version of this was crazy popular too. Rosie O'Donnell, Aretha Franklin, Angelica Houston, so many people. And this was the Balenciaga of fragrances when it came out. Only celebrities really wanted it, or could afford it. It was like $400, and now you can get it for pretty dang cheap. And it is Bijan. This is Bijan for Men, one of the coolest looking bottles, I think. This is hard to describe. Bijan has almost 100 notes. You heard that right, almost 100 notes, which means you can't pick anything out. Oh my gosh, right up the nose. It's aromatic, it's spicy, it's in your face, it's luxury. I mean, you can tell there's 80 notes because you have no idea what's going on. It's just in your face. It smells like, if I could give it a visual, it smells like how Cruella de Vil from 101 Dalmatians would smell. It's luxury. It just smells like luxury. It smells like you dropped a ton of money on it. I don't know if there's a strategy to just putting 100 notes together and seeing what happens, but it's just super in your face, super unapologetic. When I reviewed it, I think I gave it a 9.5 or 9 out of 10. Just because it delivers. Like, boom, it delivers. You want a fragrance? How about 90 notes? Mother. I mean, it's very interesting, but that was sort of the fragrance of the stars. And now you can get this guy for $30 or $35. Why? Because it's outdated. People don't wear fragrances like this. People don't wear Calvin Klein Obsession. People don't wear Bijan. People don't wear Calvin Klein Eternity. People wear Tobacco Vanille, Creed Aventus, more modern scents. And that's why you can pick it up for super cheap. And why not, have it in your collection? There was, 10 people there that I named that all wear it, still wear it probably, because it's their signature scent. Once you have a signature scent, you just carry it for life. But Bijon for men, I like it, and I think it fits them, you know. I think it fits them. They're celebrities, they're stars, they're bougie. That is a bougie fragrance. If you want to convince someone you got a lot of money, wear Bijon. So, that does it for this video. I don't know how long this is going to be, but I was so looking forward to making this, and if you notice, a lot of the fragrances that are in this video were also in my weekly fragrance hauls, because I knew I wanted to do this video, so I bought a couple each time. So this was a video that was a long time in the works, and just so happy. I hope you all liked it. Hope you all getting some sleep, getting some rest. I don't know what else to say. I've been having a blast. Hope to see this, channel keep growing, interacting with you all. It's been great. Thank you for all the support. So let me know if you know any other celebrities. I'll make another video. So I'll see you on